guys, welcome back to my video guide. So welcome back to Plays by K. It's me again, K, and we'll be showcasing my character here in the Ragnarok for my monk. So let's start with my stats. Okay, so for the stats, I maximize int to 120. So the maximum stats that you can provide for each stat that we have is 120. So why I use 120? Because my build is a Holy Light build. So Holy Light critical build. Sometimes let's check my equipments. So for my equipments, I actually am using the Thunder Staff or the Thunder Set. So as much as possible, you can still try to get crit damage affix as much as possible. Get that? That is a must-have affix for almost everybody here in Ragnarok, the Ragnarok. So next, I have an equipment here. It's the Pride Holy Light Ring, but I just actually tested it, and it proves that this still provides higher Holy Light damage than the Thunder Necklace. So I would suggest for you to get this. That can be get on ET boxes. So you can just buy it there using 20 coins from ED. So what it does, it actually provides one level of Holy Light, skill level plus one, and the damage for your Holy Light will be 10% more. Okay, so that's why on skills you should be aiming for level 9 Holy Light only. It's just that I have level 10 because I wanted to test if the damage will be added, but it is not. So it's maximum of 10. So as much as possible, just put level 9 Holy Light only. Okay, so next, let's go back to my equipments. Next equipment that I have here is of course the Thunder Ribbon or the cloak part. So the cards that I provide put here are Baphomet Junior and Mastering. So it provides critical and luck. So next, for the accessory, as much as possible, of course, still get for luck. You can get for kobold. You can go for kobold for you to have additional luck, or of course Moki for hiding during the PvP. I actually have here STR as well because I'm trying to boost my STR as well for the Asura skill. So going back to our equipments, I have Elder Willow for all the headgears that I have. Headgears, faceware, and the mouthwear. So I have Elder Willow for everything. Aside from Elder Willow, I added Ride Word card as well. It is very important to note that the additional int plus 7 for Acolyte jobs will be taking effect once only. So if you have two Ride Word card, it will only use the highest starred card. Okay, so maximize your Elder Willow, maximize your card, Ride Word card for this kind of build because we are aiming for magic attack. Alright, so for the armor, of course, Baby Desert Wolf. So for the Baby Desert Wolf, we have two Baby Desert Wolf that was equipped here. So if you can check here, this was actually just mentioned to me on how many cards you will be able to equip. So for example, we are aiming for the Desert Wolf card. So let's go for card, album, synthesis, desert. Okay, so for Desert Wolf, if you can see there, the limit for the card port is 2 only. That's the limit. So if you can see this, it's very, 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 very tiny. So I didn't notice it at first, but Immortal MBGG was the one that mentioned me about this one, and he mentioned that his viewers mentioned that to him as well. Okay, let's go back to my equipments again. For the shield, it depends on you. Any would do. So if you can see my equipments, I as much as possible put affix of SP. So I add a lot of SP as much as possible because our Asura strike depends on our SP plus the physical attack, but most likely SP. Okay. So for my shoes, I'm using the Amonra Moonlight for the VIP privilege card plus the Sohi 4-star. So you can actually use two Sohi for shoes. So I am changing the Amonra during the time that I need that. So it's actually stacks. So let me remove my Amonra, change it to SP card. Here you go. Okay. So let me see. Let's see the current SP that I have. So I have 5,341 SP. All right. So the critical hit that I have is 78 only. That means that comes from the critical affixes that I have in the cards. So once we do the critical explosion, that's the time that we will be having an additional 100 crit rate. So that's the advantage of the monk. So if you can see crit rate that we have here, the critical hit is 178. So from 78 to 178. So that's actually more than enough for mobs. But there are mobs that has a higher crit defense. So crit defense, if they or crit resistance, this one, if an enemy has a higher crit resistance, it will actually negate the critical hit that you have. So the sample of crit resistance that we have here is, let me check my equipment here. I believe that's a cloak here. So critical resistance plus 14. That's the golden critical resistance. But I think it can be a maximum of 20 for red stats. Okay, so it is still important for you to add up critical hit for your champs to ensure that you are still doing critical strikes during PvP or higher MVPs. If you notice on the here on Brave Child, your critical strikes here are not working for other mobs because they have high crit resistance. Okay. All right. Let's go now to our weapon. So my weapon currently is a standard short staff. So the cards that I have here is lunatic card. So you can put maximum of 2 lunatic card for your card slots in weapon. Then I have goblin archer that provides 3% bonus damage, critical damage, then plus 10 critical to undead monsters. Then skeleton worker card, of course. So if you can still put soldier skeleton, that is okay. It depends on you. But as much as possible, of course, try to add up racial, size, and elemental cards for your weapon. It will boost your Holy Light skill and of course your Asura strike. Okay, next let's go to my skills. So for the skills again, on the first job skill for the acolyte, again you just need level 9 Holy Light since we are using Pride Ring, but currently I just tested it and been using Thunder Necklace before. So that's why my Holy Light is level 10. So again, just level 9 if you are using Pride Ring. Next would be the Demon Bane. So Demon Bane, it provides int plus 31. So when hitting enemies with debuff, it will boost all your damage for 5 seconds. So if you notice, we are using a different pet right now. It's Alice. But we need to change it to um, Earth Petite. So Earth Petite provides slow, right? It slows the enemy, slows the movement speed of the enemy. So that's a debuff. So during that time, if you have a Demon Bane, it will actually increase your damage by 10% because the enemy has debuff. Okay, aside from the 31 in. I don't have Divine Protection. I don't need it as much as possible. I've been using all offensive is actually a must for us here in the Ragnarok because it's more like a PvE game. The PvP game here is kind of boring because most of the time you will be doing AFK, auto, etc. So we are focused on PvE here. So next, of course, heal. At least level 1 you can unlock the quicken or increase energy. Level 1 you can unlock the slow. So I just need the quicken for me to at least enhance my movement speed. So it's the same. 30 seconds even if you level up to max. Okay, so if you are Agi type, that's the time that you will max out your quicken to level 10. So slow, I did not use this because we have again Earth Petite, which does not die and they do slow to enemy. So no need for this decrease Agi. Next would be Ruwak, of course, to reveal hidden enemies. Level 1 Angel's Barrier to unlock the Blessing. So Blessing provides a lot of um, stats. So 31 STR, 31 Dex, and 31 E. It's a lot for 5 minutes. Okay, and just another clue. Blessing is very important because for example PvE world boss, a lot of priests there uses um, Lex Eterna, right? So Lex Eterna works if the user has a buff or blessing. So that's why it is very important to always cast bless on yourself so that you will be included on that additional bonus damage. Okay, so that works for everyone who is attacking the boss that has Lex Aterna buff. Okay, next would be charge up. So charge up, it is important to maximize this because there is a casting if it's level 1, and the problem with that is there's a cast delay and the skill delay. So um, by putting it on level 5, it will remove the casting and it will just give us the delay for each or the skill cooldown. Yeah, that's the exact term, skill cooldown. So no casting time, just the skill cooldown of 0.25 seconds. So next, absorb spirit spear, of course, for us to unlock the fury. Fury, this is the one that provides us 100 critical. Okay, so for 3 minutes, the problem is that it will reduce the SP recovery, but it's okay. We have a lot of pots. Okay, next, Iron Palm. So Iron Palm, I put this to level 10 because again, I will be doing some Asura Strike um, later for me to showcase that as well. So it provides 80 physical attack when you are using knuckles or glove type weapon. So next, occult impact. You can put this on level 1. I just tested this if it's working properly or it's working better for PvP, but it's not giving a lot of damage, so useless. You can put it this as level 1 for throw spirit as well, and guillotine feast or Asura strike or extremity feast. This is what we have. The of course the ultimate of champion. That's what monks are known for, right? One shot, but here we can't one shot. Okay, next let's go to the next skills that we have. Level 1 free. So here the skill tree here is kind of um, good because you don't need to put level 5 flea for you to get body relock, right? Normally we need to at least level 5 or level 3 for us to unlock the next prerequisite of the skill, but here no, just put level 1, that would be okay. Next is mental strength. I put this on level 5 because I just tested it, and the problem is it's just 10 seconds, so it's kind of useless. Okay, so all in all, that's the only skills that you need here. Spiritual, this one as well, bestowment. You can use this to provide key to your party, so it will provide physical attack as well. Okay, so all right. Next, let's go to my hotkeys. So for the hotkeys that I have here, if you notice, I have 4 slots here. So it's a physical. It's a normal wagnak or gloves or fist. Then here's my wand. Here's the one that I have. Then here is my mace. So I will show you why I have mace here later. And here's the elemental fist that I have. Okay. So the thing is here in Ragnarok, TheRagnarok, our the Asura strike cannot be used if you are not using a glove or a knuckle type weapon. So you need to use knuckle type weapon for you to be able to do Asura strike, to cast Asura strike. Okay, so let's do some testings here. So I actually tested this during my live stream yesterday. So if you can check my live stream, you can check all the details that we have tested there during with the live viewers that I have. So let's go to Sohi, my favorite Sohi. Let's go. Okay, let's test here the damage of our Asura strike. So let's replace the cards. Remove card. I'll remove this one, and I'll add. I think demon, right? Demon. Sohi is demon. Demon. Where's here goes Ralph. Then next would be skeleton worker. We already have skeleton worker, yeah. So just the crit damage, I think. Okay. No. Water. Sohi is water type. Let's remove that. Change it to Drainliar. Where's Drainliar? Here you go. Okay. Now let's test. Right now we will be casting the buffers, prepare the spirit spears for Asura. Okay, so let's test it with Sohi. So um, we maximize this. Okay. Alright, so let's test my Asura Strike here using gloves. So again, if you are using a mace, you are unable to cast Asura Strike. It will ask for the glove, missing gear glove, or the fist, right? So we will be using fist. So let's test our damage. That's 131k, right? 131,000 for Sohi. So again, next. So again, guys, for medium, knuckle type, it actually the damage for size for glove is 100% for small, 75% for medium, and 50% for big enemies. So it will be reduced to 75% since Sohi is medium. So we lack around maybe around 30,000 damage for that if since we are using gloves and using Asura Strike for medium enemy. So next, what I actually noticed here is just it's like working like the classic arrow. So you can actually switch weapons here during the time that you cast a specific skill. So that's what we can. That's another way for us to remove the weapon penalty. So again, the Asura damage that we have earlier is around 131,000, right? So now let's try doing Asura Strike and switching to our mace. So let's try to remove the size penalty, alright? So let's start. So we are using the fist right now for us to cast Asura. Then we will be switching. 161,000. See that? So it's 30,000 more damage when we do the switching. Okay? So that's very effective. That's very important to take note as well, especially if you're dealing with medium monsters and large monsters. So on PvP, of course, our Asura Strike is less deducted by 25% because they are medium. So this is the way for you to remove that. Okay, next let's go with checking the elemental weapon. Okay, so let's try using Asura Strike. So Asura Strike normally is a force physical, force neutral skill, but here in the Ragnarok it is not. Elemental weapon is working here. So let's cast again. Let's test this one using Wagnak. It's a non-elemental weapon. So let's use Asura Strike. That's around 80,000 and it does not crit. So earlier, both of our skills crit. That's why it has a lot of damage. So that's 80,000. So next, let's try the elemental weapon. So I have Fire Fist here. Ace. Fire Fist Portgas the Ace. So I have Fire Fist here. So let's try the elemental um, weapon during the time that we will use Asura Strike. Okay, so that's around 80,000 without critical. So now let's try it again. That's 140,000, 139,000 to be exact. So elemental weapon here is working. So that's 75% more damage. So earlier that's 86,000 times 0.75. So 64,500 plus 86,000. So that's why we reach around 150 to 160,000 damage. Alright? So elemental weapon is working here. So here's the thing. I am actually thinking of using a Marine Spear card to boost the fire damage. The problem is I haven't had that weapon yet because Magnum Break it will actually increase your fire elemental damage on classic, right? On classic Ragnarok. Also on Ragnarok Eternal Love, right? So here I am not sure, but let's see. Maybe it will, but I don't have this card right now, but we will check that in the future. So again, things to take note. First, Asura Strike here is not force neutral. Force neutral element. It can be used with elemental converters, or I mean elemental weapons. Next, Asura Strike here can only be casted using fist or gloves. So that's why we do switching. Next thing is switching here to remove the size um, reduction is working. So again, yeah, I think that's it. And all in all, thank you for supporting me since before, since Ragnarok Korea, ROO Korea days until now, and hoping to make more videos with you soon, guys. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.